Hi, I'm Sandra O'Brien from SKO Enterprise. Today I'd like to show you how to make a website button using the Logo Design Studio Pro software. The web button components are a button shape, a button highlight, and the call to action text. So let's get started. Once you've opened your software, you're going to go to Canvas and you are going to change the size to 150 pixels wide by 60 pixels in height, and then we click OK. Now I'm going to go and zoom in on this to make it easier to see as I work, so it'll be at 200%. So the very first thing we have to do is get our rectangle in here. So we're going to insert a rectangle and we drag and drop the rectangle shape. We go to our advanced tools and we're going to go to corners and we're going to slide it over till it reaches a 4 so that we can have the rounded rectangle. And now I don't want to have this border here, so you slide that all the way over where it says stroke till it hits 0. The next thing we need to do is add some color. So we go up to our color palette and we're going to add a gradient here. So we choose the linear gradient button and we choose 3 colors and we're going to choose the direction as vertical. Now what we have here is a white, a black, and a white. We're going to change it to blues. So first you drop down the color and you choose a medium blue for the first one, and then you go to color 2 and that'll be our darkest color. So we'll go down to the second from the dark blue, and then our lighter color, that'll be our medium blue again. Now what we're going to do is add a drop shadow to this main rectangle. So we go to Effects and we enable the drop shadow. It's that simple. The next thing we need to do is add our highlight to the button. So we're going to do that by inserting another rectangle with the dragging and dropping, only this time we're just going to do it at the very top. And we go to our advanced layers and our corners, this time we're going to go and make it more of a rounded corner. So we're going to go around 20, 23, something around there. And our stroke back to 0. Now we're going to go and we'll add our color again, and it's going to be another gradient. This time we'll only use 2 colors, and we'll leave the direction here from left to right. And so now we need to do a light blue, and the first color will be the lightest blue. And then what we want to do is change the opacity to make it right around 140. Okay, and now what we're going to do is put an effect on there called a blur. So here's the blur, we just enable that. And do you see how that lightens that right up and makes it pop? So that's it for our highlight. The last component will add our text. So we want to go to Insert and Text box. You type what you want to say. We already have Buy Now here because I've done it before. We hit the solid text button and click on the area. Then you might need to drag, you might need to increase or decrease by using these handles. And there you have the text. I'd like to change the color. So the Logo Design Studio Pro color goes by website colors. So what I'm going to do is use the gray, and then I want to take the opacity down to about 100 or so. And then I'm going to put an effect on there. I'm going to put an outer glow to help it stand out some. And I'm going to want to make that color blue. Okay, and I want to change the opacity of that also. So that pretty much does it for our website call to action button. And the next step would be to export this into a file format that we can use on our website. So you come up here to the export button and you click on that. Now, because this button has gradients, you're either going to want to use the PNG format or the JPEG format. And then you click next. And then we want to use the original size because we made it the size we wanted. And then you click next, and then you're going to save it to a location on your desktop where you know it's going to be, and you want to name it. So I'm going to call it a call to action, and then you just hit export. And there you have it. Your image has been created successfully. Thank you very much.